I gotta be quick. You were right, GG.
Yeah.
I got a phone call from Lang during the dinner. I stepped away for
Mm,
a second. He said he wants to meet with the Dons in the forge,
okay.
alone, just the Dons. So us three
Ooh,
gonna be on
okay.
the outside, making sure they're all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lang seems pissed. He
Okay.
said he acknowledged the Thanksgiving dinner. He said when that's done, let the get your Dons to get over there so he can
Your
get what's
dons.
his. Right.
Okay.
And I said my Dons, huh? And he goes, yeah, your Dons.
Mm,
I said okay. I said something like, everyone's going around the table saying what they're thankful for. What are you thankful for? He said for getting what's rightfully mine. Then he said, well, about to at least. Something about the shithole crew. And that's basically it.
this is him trying to break up with Speedy. All right? That's
Mhm.
just what this is. We don't know how it's gonna go, so we should be ready for absolutely whatever. But
Yeah.
who knows, man? Who knows? I'm curious how the talk is gonna go. I think Lang's gonna stand on business. He's gonna be doing his thing, being like, I want my stuff. I want out, because I assume he's gonna milk this arc for a bit, just knowing Buddha, which he should. I think like a Cypress without Lang, even if he does intend on eventually coming back or something, it's really good to see. I could just tell anyway, because Gigi is fiercely loyal to the Dons, and then she has like the OG heist crew in her mind as well, right? Like Marty being part of that, and Octo. People who are heisting earliest together. That like initial 10 of us or so in that Southside house, that's her family in her mind. Not that the others also aren't in this version of Cypress, but they're first for her. Always they're first. Gigi is most loyal to Lang and Tony. She has slowly become more fiercely loyal to also Speedy. So it's kind of the three, Lang, Tony, and Speedy. She doesn't dislike Harry or Luciano at all, but that like fierce loyalty is not quite as strong just because they haven't like crashed out for her, done anything crazy for her, whereas the other three are willing. Lang sometimes not when it comes to like her getting fucked for like fines or something, right? Ooh, she gets caught by the police. He won't go back and save her because he's just like that, but he in social situations has stood up for her very heavily. So for those three, she feels the most in tune with them. So in her mind, she is stuck because she knows that if two of those three people want to do something, she's probably going to try and stick with two of those three, but she really doesn't want to be without Lang. So she's trying to think of ways, if he doesn't do anything really bad, can I help him? She bought this Polito house and her first thought is, should I give him a key? No questions asked. I just won't tell anyone that he's there. Like that's where her mind is at. Yeah, if Tony wanted to go with Lang, but the two Dons that have caused her the most hardship have been Luciano and Harry, and while she doesn't dislike them as people, she dislikes working with them sometimes because when it comes to everything that she was doing, which was not just treasury, but think before Captain Era especially, she was involved in almost every Don meeting. She was most important in delegating tasks to people. So the Dons would do their meeting and then they'd like wipe their hands of it and leave, and then she would go talk to everyone and make sure everyone in the crew was informed. And keep in mind, a lot of the current members were bought in June, July, so they might not have seen as much of that. They might have seen some of it, but she was most important during that time especially. And during all of that, the ones who made her job the hardest were usually Luciano and Harry, right? Just because of how they are. Not that they're intentionally trying to grief her and she doesn't take it that way, but so it means if she's given the choice of working with them two all the time and not the ones that have her back, like that's, why would she ever make that decision? What specific things are you talking about when you say Luch causes Gigi hardships? He's the biggest one that tries to diminish her role or downplay what she does. He's the one who has least understanding of what she does. He's the one who listens the least, and he's the one with the worst comms. He's the one who has the most individual times, when she said we should do this and then they didn't listen or said no or whatever or forgot, and then months later come up with it again. He's the one who always says it again, like it's his idea. Or if she comes up with a thing, he's the one most likely to pretend it was not her idea. It's a lot of things wrapped up. And she doesn't like super resent him for it. She just knows that that's how he works, right? She doesn't hate Luch at all. She loves Luciano like that, Gigi's hope is that they Yoinki's she's if she were non, she would have been pushing for them to just take him off the panel. He can be back on the panel when he wants to have a discussion. Don vote, right? Boom. This is why I kept the savings separate, is because someone, when they're having a bad moment, would have that kind of moment and then maybe take... I hear something. Did they leave?
Lang's leaving, yeah.
Okay, I thought I heard a car.
I was told he's out.
Wait,
He's out
are
out?
you gonna take everything right now?
Well, he wanted me to tell Sophia to change keys, but...
Oh, he's gonna... Okay. He's gonna be at the armory, isn't he? I'm gonna get in the Frank's warehouse and check on the money. You guys, check armory. And he owns that property, though. Doesn't he? He owns... Or does he own the Butcoin farm? If they think he's gonna take... then we should be They should have like dumped him. This is why I've been putting our clean cash into the treasures box too, instead of in a spot where he knows the code. He could take some washed, but
Secure Azul. Listen, Lang's gone crazy, and he wanted to take half of Cypress for himself. He wanted to take half of everything, everything we built for this entire time. He's not gonna do that. We're not gonna let that happen. I like this.
Absolutely not. All right, I'm gonna grab the stuff in Azul, and I'm gonna move whatever I can.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Yeah, this might be the big one, right? Yeah. Okay, I think this is this. Yes. Holy.
Hey, did you find the guy you were hunting?
Yeah. I'll just tell you right now. You didn't hear this
Spicy
from me.
details?
You didn't hear it from me, for the record. Never ever. Okay. Stuff's going down with Lang, is what I'll tell you.
What does that mean?
Not good stuff.
Was
And all
he
I
the
can
guy
hope
you were
for-
hunting?
Not hunting. Not hunting.
Oh.
I was saying hunting to make it sound cool, but not hunting. He was being.
Well, I mean,
toasted.
you know, when you said that, everyone's whipping out machine guns. It really seems a certain way, you know?
No, I understand. No, it was a discussion. Things are not looking good, though, so we're rushing to try and do what we can. You're about to get Satch farmed. Guys. I guess I gotta change what's going on with my dream house. Sorry, I have to laugh. I can't be dramatic without laughing. Well, I was gonna give him a space in the dream house, guys. And if he needed a space to hide out, I was gonna let him be here. But I guess for now, it's maybe not a good idea. There's a lot of factors right in the decision. Yeah, it's not, she's not at a decision point right now. I should, clarify, right? She doesn't feel like she has to make a decision on anything right now. Her decision is already made, which is I am helping the crew do what they do, right? And that's just showing that through her action. So I want to make sure no one's speculating, oh my god, she's gonna go do this thing. She's just worried about Lang because she does understand his perspective. That's Sab. Oh my god.
Oh, found you now.
Oh, he's with Lang.
Okay.
It takes him. Oh.
We are gonna wing this. The questions are saved for at the end. Okay. There's quite a lot to go through. I'd like to apologize for what has gone down and what's about to happen. I think we're okay. And we're gonna be okay. It's not gonna be easy. We might lose people, and it might get a little bit crazy. However, we are gonna have full transparency here, and things are gonna change for the better. I think we should start off from kind of the beginning and just give people some context as to what went down, and then we'll go with the plan moving forward. Since you were there that day, do you want to go over what happens so these people have context, and we just go full transparency, and then we'll tackle the future.
We're hitting the 24/7 the other day, and well, as some of you might know, during our jobs, things get pretty heated. People shouting left and right. The back and forth, the talking, words are said, and things end up pretty chaotically. This led to, at some point, Arush picking up Lang, saving him from the chase. He took him over to a construction site. Now, Lang and Arush, they're always having a back and forth. They're always fighting, and amongst brothers, these things happen a lot, especially with the closest ones to you. Lang starts ringing his ears. He starts chewing him out for being useless, not being helpful at all in jobs after he just picked him up. The typical back and forth, and he pushes Arush to a point where the guy's just rambling, and Arush on his bike hits Lang to shut him up. Basically, Lang fell to the ground, was unconscious for a bit. And that's really where this all stems from. Now, again, this ain't the first time something like this happens. Those two are very close.
We'll go with Lang from this group.
Sometimes they go off on each other. Sometimes they smack each other over the head and whatnot. This isn't the first time we've seen something like this happen. Lang calls me up after we drop him off at the hospital.
Like Sakura, me, Leah, Sophia.
He has a conversation with me,
Marty, Apple, Clark.
saying that Arush did what he did. He's very pissed off. At that point, during the job, Lang had ran over Clark over here while he was on foot. Led to him getting arrested. Thought Lang had done that on purpose, but apparently he didn't. But since I called him out on that, he walked out on me. He thought that I had taken Arush's side, and he stormed out of the meeting. He said he was going to take his part and leave, that he was out. I try reasoning with him. I try talking to him. He does not talk back to me. He's just shutting me down. And, he goes over to one of our properties, grabs some guns, and he leaves his keys here in this warehouse, and he disappears. Fast forward to today. He calls us up to a meeting at the smeltery, and he is with another person, a guy in a gray suit. He's a big guy, long hair. And Harry, if you want to take it from here.
Yeah, he came to the meeting with demands. Pretty ballsy demands. Initially, he wanted north of Dry Dock Street. He wanted to take over Jack Kelman's legacy and build an alliance north and south of Cypress.
Wait, that would go so hard.
Take people with him. He later on said that he wanted El Rancho Boulevard north of that. We had a decision to make. We have a split Cypress in half, or we say no to the deal. We fought long and hard about it. We went back and forth, me, Arush, Luciano. We declined his offer. We're not splitting Cypress in half. And we always said no crew is coming down here to take over Cypress. What we're going to do, we're going to build a wall through Cypress. Well, what happens when someone steps over the wall? It'd be suffocating. It would be like rats, all stuck down here, concerned about stepping over to the other street. It would have been a complete mess. As we speak, I think even before, unfortunately, we went to the meeting, Lang had already gone through stuff and took things. Money's missing, guns are missing, God knows what else is missing.
I think if he took money, it was on the side
We've
of stuff.
secured the locations.
He didn't take any of this money.
And here we are.
He did take this
Lang,
money safe. I checked that.
at this moment, is holding down
guys.
what he calls his turf, which is probably somewhere north of El Rancho.
See, I'm telling you, Bodega Boys would go crazy.
That's the context.
Take the bodega and we take my
in
spot.
my opinion, if you want my opinion, this has been brewing for weeks, if not months. Lang
Either take the girls or I
has-
kill the heroin house and we take it if we went that route, right?
In the politest way, he needs therapy. The way he talks to others on radio mid-job, he absolutely loses it. And we all know Arush can only take so much. Lang's claiming that Arush committed treason. I disagree. I watched these two beat the out of each other many, many, many times, and I've witnessed them say horrendous things to each other. But Lang chose to walk away from this when we made it very clear that the only way out was through a bullet. He's done. Now, the interesting part is where we go moving forward. There's a lot of concerns. I trust every single person here.
Harry doesn't know every single person.
We're in a very difficult situation, and I want to kind of handle it the best way we can. Now, there's going to be a lot of changes moving forward, and I hope you will stay. But I know how
Maybe
much
he's
Lang
learned
meant
who
to
Zane
a
is.
lot of you standing here. So I think I have a solution.
I love Harry.
The last thing any of us want is for people to start stabbing each other in the back and snaking each other. So here's what I propose. One of the things we've heard the most is that people in this crew are constantly scared that they're one mistake away from dying. I'll offer this to all of you guys one time, and I want you all to take a moment and think very long and hard about this. I will give you guys one chance to walk away from this, and I will blood you out. And you can go join Lang, whatever he's trying to build. You have one chance, but you'll be taking nothing with you. Anything you have that's Cypress, you'll be transferring it over to us, and you'll be
Thank God
walking
none of
away
my stuff is Cypress. I'm just
empty-handed.
kidding.
What is Cypress will remain Cypress. And if you snake us, we will find you and we will kill you. We'll throw you in Cypress waters, and you guys know what you signed up for when you were blooded in.
Mm-hmm.
So I want every single person here to think very long and hard about the decision they're about to make. But the least I can do is offer you guys a way out.
Good on
I
Harry.
hope none of you take it. But I would rather you walk out this door making the decision than snaking on us and taking everything.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to kill
I
you
fully.
for it
I'm
down
like
the line
joking when I'm saying this to you guys. I fully agree with what Harry's saying, right? Like they should get that
You decide
chance.
to walk out, you walk out. No one's gonna get shot in the back.
I'm
Hey,
not
y'all are
going
being
anywhere.
confusing as hell. You said you have the chance to walk away, and then you said I'll blood you out right now, and now Luciano's saying that you'll just walk away, no one's shooting you in the back.
When I say it's not confusing. You have the chance to walk away. I'll blood you out, as in I'll release you from what you signed up for. This one time and one time only. I'd rather people walked away now than getting stabbed in the back weeks down the line.
Yeah, blood out means you die.
I didn't join Cypress for one person, and I'm not leaving because one person is leaving either.
Exactly.
They made their choice, and I stay regardless.
Nice movie line.
Cypress isn't just Lang. It's all of us.
It's very easy for the members who came in later
Cypress
to
is
say
bigger than
that.
just one person. It's a cause.
And I'm not saying it's easy, but right, it's like a very different
May I
thing.
ask a question?
Yeah.
So this has been going on. You said it's been brewing for weeks now, and it's been a couple days. Why was Lang never blooded out?
Ooh, let's go, Leah. Don should have stood on business.
That's a good question. I'm gonna be honest. Myself, Luciano, Arush, were hoping he was gonna snap out of it. You have to understand this guy is a brother to us for many, many years. He's done. I can't even put into words how much he's done for this crew. It's not an easy decision for anyone just to blood the guy out. I gave him the respect to walk out of that meeting. I could have pulled my shotgun and blasted him in the back, but the truth is we were just hoping he was going to come around and stop all. But unfortunately, it seems like he's doubled down.
Lang called Clark before we entered the warehouse. Clark, you want to tell him what he said?
Yeah, Lane called me, and I acted like I didn't know what was going on. And he essentially said he offered the Dons, the North and the South, that separation. And if they don't accept the deal, eventually, in time, not through bloodshed or guns or violence, but through mental warfare, he's going to cripple and strangle Cypress until he steps his rightful place onto the throne and leads it the way he intends Cypress to be led, to be seen on the inside and out.
I'll add on from that.
I love
know,
Lang,
if-
dude.
I'm disappointed how things turned out. I had hoped that he'd return.
What the? Sorry, I
Okay.
That was.
I jumped.
Watch out if you're bringing guns outside that door. Do not hold the gun in your
Yep,
hand
do
while
not,
you
do
walk
not.
out that door.
Sergeants. Bank van.
Is the meeting over?
Are you coming with me?
Seems so, yeah.
How'd it go? I
Um,
ran into Mr. Lang and Mr. Shab earlier.
yeah, how'd that go?
That was pretty good. Oh, by the way, I exploded a tank outside during your meeting.
That was you? Alright, I
Yeah, I
heard
was
nothing,
bored,
I
so
saw
I
nothing.
just
Marty,
shot
are
it.
you
I
here?
threw rocks at it. Doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, the rocks
Believe
don't
that?
always work, it's crazy.
I have a quick question. So when he said he wanted to do the whole separation thing, did he still want to be Cypress, but like a little bit more segregated, or not Cypress and you're an alliance and you're two completely different crews?
Yeah, what does alliance even mean?
Yeah, like is he still
he wanted,
Cypress,
like,
or
he
is
wanted
he?
to be he wanted to be in charge of like Northern Cyprus, and then I guess
Get people, right?
but yeah, take people, be in charge of the northern part of Cyprus, and then we, it'd be myself, Luciano Rouge, we take care of the southern part of Cyprus, but we're in an alliance.
And everyone is still Cypress.
Yeah, like he explained it, like as in when this whole thing started, like Jack Kettleman was apparently supposed to reign over the northern part of Cyprus, and we were supposed to take the southern part of Cyprus.
So it's like chapters in NMC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes and no. Like, he doesn't want to work with us, but he wants to work with us.
Well, he
on the
doesn't
side
want
to
to
achieve goals, I
personally work with
guess.
you. He just wants the two groups to
Right.
not have to worry about being enemies. Correct? Sounds like that? I mean, it sounds to me
Yeah.
like not enough words were exchanged on this, right? That's what it sounds like to me. There wasn't enough time at the negotiating table to actually iron out what any of this means. He just kind of dropped an idea at you, not really that fleshed out, said, hey, take it or leave it, leaving you guys feeling like you're on the back foot and feeling like you have to make a decision with one of those things, right? Which is not at all the case. We could take it back. We could tell him, hey, wait, discuss more, give things time. It doesn't have to be that you pick, again, the thing I was saying before, you don't have to be on his terms and picking something immediately. He's going to try and make you feel like that and make you feel a sense of urgency so you make a rash decision, but you don't have to. Look, complex problems have a billion different complex solutions that can all be offered. That's just how it is. I feel like this is manipulation that you're going to fall to if, you're looking at the two things he lays out on the table and going, wow, these are the two things in front of me, right? That's textbook what he does. Please, please, please do your best to not just play into his games and be manipulated, because he will try it. And I know you know him. I don't think I need to tell you that, but I just want to reiterate it.